time then. Just go at all costs. You know, you got an opportunity here to just reel it in and just have a crack. So I wouldn't be surprised if they play on, handball receives, long kicks, and let's see what they can do.
If they get a goal or two in that first minute or first few minutes of the quarter, that's they can really lift them. But they've only scored one all day. To score another 5 is it?
You never know. You saw last night, the last quarter, the Hawthorn got a goal in the first couple of minutes, and you thought, oh, look out here. So if North Launceston can do that, you just never know.
Okay, here we go. Last quarter of the season. Ball up. And knocked out by Lowe. Out here towards Lockie Young.
You can see he's gone into the middle, Lockie Young, to create a bit more physical bodies in there and get the ball forward.
Connor Pearton kicks it off the ground. Kick round the corner now towards Casey Curtis. And he might have gone the back there of Cam Downey. He has.
Probably a little bit stiff there. He probably had his eyes on the ball. We didn't actually see Cam there, and he's made contact. Unfortunately, it's been the
experience from Cam there too.
Yeah,
he made sure that we got the free kick.
Yeah, he did.
Alec Wright has it at half back for the Blues. He's going to go the switch. Over here looking for Jacob Boyd, who takes the mark in front of Sanders. Right half back for the Blues. Don't forget our TSLW broadcast on City Park Radio starts at 12:25 this afternoon. It's Clarence versus Glenorchy as Denellen takes it in the back pocket. Or half back flank. They're going to waste they're going to take plenty of time on these kicks now, Rulla.
They will.
As they can eat time off the clock. I'm not sure in the last quarter whether there's time on or not.
No, 25
just 25
minutes.
Except for stretches and things like that. Yep. So 25 flat.
And you see Sammy Bruin down here. He's got the jacket on. He's got the headbands. I'm unsure what he's trying to do there. If he's trying to keep warm or he's done for the day, but we'll soon find out.
I'll ask you a question in a minute, Rulla, as wait for the next stoppage. As Cooper Stewart's got, we could have that stoppage right now. The rules about concussion in the AFL, the concussion tests, etc. in the TSL, of the same sort of thing.
Very similar. So if you're in doubt or you know you might have had a head knock or something, they do their diligence and you do a proper concussion test.
That's good to hear. Yep, as it's out of bounds now, still on the far side of UTAS Stadium.
I did one against Lauderdale earlier this year, but the conundrum is I can't count anyway, so that I couldn't actually I couldn't do a concussion test even when I'm fine.
There's no sort of baseline data there.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
So if you're watching the stream, I forgot to start the clock, so we're 2 minutes. Add 2 minutes to what you can see there. I knew I was going to do that at some stage today, but at least I did in the last quarter. So it's 35-9 here at UTAS Stadium. And we're about 2 minutes and 20 into the last quarter. So the heater's on now, the box, which is quite cosy. Toasty is still over in the far side. It's been there for the last 2.5 minutes. And North Lonnie really need to start getting some scoreboard pressure on if they're going to be any chance in this game. Cam Downey releases the handball. Here it comes now with Gillow, kicks it off the ground. Intelligent play. Only as far though as North Launceston's Harrison, who takes it. He's got no option. He releases the handball just to Fletcher Bennett, who handballs to a teammate under lots of pressure there. That was Ryan Whitney. Up towards half forward. Sweeping there is Oldenoff. It's a non-experienced players there for the Blues. Up towards Gillow again, 1 against 3. Can't take it. Little handball from North Lonnie. Xavier Todman's in there, and I think it's going to come out. Yeah, it's going to come out eventually. There's not much to report on here. Is Cooper Stewart. Now there's a chance for the Bombers. To Lockie Young. To Mitch Donnelly. But he coughs it straight up to Oldenoff, who switches towards Bailey Neal, who takes a mark under pressure. So he's at the back end of the centre square.
They had a 3-on-1, North Launceston streaming forward, and he's decided to kick. If he just handballed over, they could have got it forward.
Bailey Neal, little kick towards Oldenoff, who takes the mark. Goes back now and gets it short. And the mark's taken there by Mackenzie Blaisley.
I'd like to see North Launceston, if they win the ball back, to use this side of the ground. You can see most of the game, the ball's being played on the far side of the ground like it is now, as we kick into a contest right now. But if North Launceston win this ball, I'd like to see them come back through the middle, try and switch the ball and come out the other side and get an inside 50 that way.
It's half forward now for the Blues, and there's been a holding the ball free kick. It's going to be paid now to Cam Downey. He goes short and finds an outlet player there in Jacob Boyd, who's at right half forward.
He's picked up the pace a little bit in the second half, Jacob Boyd. He's probably had 3 or 4 touches in this last quarter, and as he did in the third quarter as well.
Yeah, he's might be in line for the medal today, Jacob Boyd. Your thoughts on that towards the end of the quarter, Rulla? Your thinking cap on there as it's now inside 50?
It's a tough one.
Certainly is. I think Alec Wright's been pretty good.
He has been good.
So ball up.
You generally see a lot of midfielders winning on grand final day, don't you? But Jacob Boyd's been good.
As it's right, Rulla, it's right on the boundary line. It's thumped forward to Mitch Donnelly. Little kick to advantage. No, it's not. It's straight to Downey. Lays back on a lazy torp inside 50. Meeting the ball harder than North defence. Off to the races now. The player follows up pretty well. I think it was Xavier Todman who had the second effort there. Now it's up here towards the skipper, Nathan Jackson. A bit slow on the handball. Does get it away. Casey Curtis battering ram. He gets the free kick. Put there down. Oh, he tries to play on. Oh, lucky.
Very lucky. He was off.
He was off indeed.
He's got Callum Harris out here. If he just gets it to him in the nick, too late now.
Okay, so Casey Curtis taking 50. Jones meets the ball. Can't quite take it. Holding off there. Sanders. What can he do? His handball smothered. Down he goes in hard. Brown. Handball. Liberatore. Kicks. He's met by Casey Curtis as he delivers the kick. Gets good distance with it though. Here's Rubok using that pace of his. He's on the boundary line. He can't quite rein it in. Jaden Harris does well. And they both slide through the puddles.
That was like a 50-metre freestyle down there.
It was. There's a massive puddle there, left half forward. And they both went straight through it. Now, what do we got here? We've got a free kick.
I was going to say about the medal. If North Launceston were able to get this one back, I think Ollie Sanders would be a clear standout for them.
Boundary throw in. 40 metres around from Launceston's goal. They lead by 26 points. Same margin as three-quarter time. Front position is low. And we've got a free kick here. It's going to go to Jack Mazengarb. No, it's coming back to Cooper Stewart for North Launceston. It's unbelievable, Rulla. In over 30 minutes of football, we've only had 2 behinds kicked since half-time.
Absolutely. Well, generally in finals and in grand finals, they can be, as we've mentioned, low scoring and contested. And because of the rain, that's probably helped that a little bit as well.
Knocked away from the contest there towards Lockie Young. Or missed kick off the ground there from Angus Jeffries. That's Mitch Donnelly trying to wrestle free. Angus Jeffries again. Off the ground by Liberatore. Nearly a mark there to Giacomo Malucci. Yeah. He picks it up. Little handball to Conway. Inside out kick. And a nice mark back there. Try and pick up the player.
He committed then. He's lucky he's gone to ground to take the mark, which he's done. But if he did not mark that, he wasn't on his feet, and Launceston probably would have got a go out of that. Cossins
to Pearton. Over the top now towards James Curran. Oh. And James Curran kicks it straight to the opposition in Chaplin, who plays on straight away. Lovely kick. Finds a teammate there for Launceston in Cameron Curtis, who kicks inside 50. Stumped away from Conway. In fact, it was Malucci was thumped away from there. Yep. And Malucci, of course, kicked 42 goals from 15 games this year in the Mercury Cup, so he's had a pretty good season.
He's a natural forward. He just understands where the goals are, and he's a really crafty. He's a very young Sonny Whiting in some sense. So
former Devonport boy.
He is, and he's really committed to the group, and he travels down most trainings. His old man drives him down a fair bit. So, tell you a funny story. We went to a development league game, the one league game that I played, and I went for Liberatore and Aldernorth, and our tyre popped on the way down, and G's old man was actually the one who saved us just out of Kempton. So
there you go. Saved the day for the Lonnie D League, or Mercury Cup. I keep saying D League. I'll never get used to the other. But anyway, Jakey Nunn's got it. He's 2 kicks out from goal. Crowded forward 50. Nice kick to Liberatore.
Speaking of,
he takes the mark.
He's had a really good year, Liberatore.
Yep. Started in the seniors.
He did. I reckon he'll be close to taking the association out.
Yep. Absolutely.
In the Mercury Cup, not the development league. But
here we go. It's Anthony Liberatore from Victoria. Kicks from the paint of 50. Gets good purchase, not distance. Thumped through for a behind there by Cody Lowe. So a behind there to North Launceston. To Launceston. So we've got, let me have a look. Behind. 5-6, 36 to 139 is the score.
Tyson Miller. Haven't called his name too much today, but he's been a really good player this year, Tyson Miller.
And what have we got here? 50 metres.
Didn't go. He went within the arc.
Got infringed on the area. So this will be huge.
It's a tough one there because he's not going to pass the ball to the boundary side where Shay Haynes is.
And nobody guarding the mark, Rulla, so Tyson Miller boots it right out of Utah Stadium in Invermay Park.
And he literally has kicked that out of Utah Stadium.
That's a goal there to Launceston, 6-6-42. And they're leading North Launceston 1-3-9.
Good mark by Tyson Miller. It was a kick out from North Launceston from a point, and to take a contested mark there is really good. So now he gets his name in the paper as a goal kicker.
Certainly does, and that's going to be a hard road back here.
It is.
For North Launceston now. They've trailed by 33 points. We're 10 minutes into this last quarter. They're going to be tough. Back in the middle, Bruni Wood gets the tap. And it's wrestled to a standstill. So good to see Sam Bruni-Wood back on the park. May not have been so much concussion as that bleeding nose. It was a bit of a problem there. He's heavily taped up. Might have been a bleeding head even. He's got the tape a bit higher up, hasn't he?
Well, maybe it was just the long hair. He just wanted to get that out of his eyes.
Yeah, he might have a stitch or two on that forehead. Wait and see. But he won't care after the game if they take out the flag.
Absolutely.
6-6-42 to 1-3-9 is the score. Bruni-Wood in there again, battling hard is Liberatore. Kicks to half forward, but it's marked at half back for North Launceston. Clearing kick, up to the wing. Over the back, chance here for number 63 for North Launceston. Haven't called him much, Ryan Whitney, out of bounds.
And I've just seen that the younger cousin, Ryan Mansell, tuned in to watch City Park Radio at the moment. So he's obviously still got a fair way to go to get up to my standard. But good luck to him today in the final. It gets thrown in at the moment from a stoppage. North Launceston, Fletcher Bennett holding the ball there. Good tackle there by Mac Blasey as he kicks inside 50 to Tyson Miller, who started to get his hands on the ball this last quarter, and he uses that fat side out to Casey Brown and Alec Wright, who's going to pick up the ball here in the long sleeves. Kicks forward to Malucci.
Yep. Well done, Rulla. I had a bit of a crisis there, and you took over the commentary very well. So there you go.
Done well there you go.
Fantastic. I just had a bit of opinion into a little decision that has to be made at the end of the game.
What, the medal?
Could be. I won't say anything.
There you go.
I might be one of a panel all of a sudden.
Oh, there you go.
So, boundary throw in. It's on the attacking 50 for the Blues. Towards the boundary line, Lockie Young. He breaks a tackle, releases the handball. Still a chance here. There's a whistle back on play. It's a North Launceston free kick. 6-6-42 to 1-3-9. And a goal this quarter to Tyson Miller. The only goals in the second half. Interception here by Lachlan G. In front of Lachlan Young. And back to Lockie G. He's on 50. He chips it forward. Chance for the Blues. Mark, no. At the 4, the ball was Rubach. Conway snap. Misses.
Point.
One behind there to Ethan Conway.
If you're North Launceston right now, you just want to make sure that no matter what happens, that you want to continue to play the way that you would if you were 6 points down or 5 points down. So
we've got a no ball, I think here.
His foot's
foot's over the line.
Over the line, so
we're going to have a ball up right on the edge of the centre of the goal square. 6-7-43 plays at 1-3-9. Thanks for joining us here on City Park Radio Sport. At 12:25, we're bringing you the TSLW Grand Final as the ball up. Nobody can get it clear for North Launceston. Rubach gets a kick, not 15. Taken by Conway, tries to get a snap away, releases the kick. Only as far as the North Launceston defender there in Angus Jeffries, out of bounds. So 12 minutes to go. And looks like the first premiership of the day will belong to the Launceston Blues. They've been the class team all year in the Mercury Cup.
They have. They've gone through undefeated and they've finished off the year with this game. So in respect to North Launceston, Launceston have been the best side all day. So it would have been stolen if North won the day, which can happen on Grand Final day. But credit to the boys.
Knocked away by Cooper Stewart. He's back on it again. Well done to the fellow on the helmet there. He handballs it forward. North defence working overtime. Holt's in there. Battling away. Players very tired in these conditions. End of a long season. Casey Brown. Handball sideways. Miller. Holt. Kicks here towards Conway, who marks. Ethan Conway, right place, right time. And he'll take all the time he needs. The whole 30 seconds. He goes back.
He's just got his hands on the ball the last minute and a half, and he started the game well, Ethan. He presented. He's a bigger body. He's one of those forwards that if he presents and gets his hands on the ball early, he can actually have an influence on the day.
Ethan Conway. So to paint the picture here, he's about 35 out, 45 degree angle, right-hand side of the park. This for the 7th goal for Launceston. Not a bad kick. Umpire barely moves. Watch it sail over his head. And that's a goal to Ethan Conway. And it's the 7th goal to the Blues. 7-7-49 to 1-3-9. Rulla.
Again, Ethan Conway has just sort of brought himself into a game as a key forward in the last sort of 2 minutes, and as he did in that first quarter, just presenting at the ball. And what Ethan does quite well is he has a presence. He's Tom Boyd-like.
Yep.
You know, he just sort of hacks the ball forward when he needs to, tries to take a big mark, and he can go back and kick a good goal. And you can see he's giving the player a bit of feedback now.
And as you mentioned earlier in the call, he's got that versatility to be a key forward, but also hit on the ball as well.
Pitch in the ruck as well. Right. So even in the second quarter, he went sort of spare back there for a minute or two. So
kick forward for North Launceston, and it's Jack Lanham up there now. He can't quite take the mark. He's got a second chance. He's tackled. There'll be a ball up about 40 metres out from North Launceston's goal. One of their few inside 50s of this last quarter. Been playing almost 16 minutes. Umpire McEntee clears the area. Bruni with another tap. Does well. Gillow trying to, in fact, it's number 56 there. That's Adam Dickinson trying to break free. He can't do so. Ball on the wing. Jaden Harris overruns it. Conway out of the air. Sensibly gets it here to Cameron Curtis, the big fella. He kicks to space. Runners required. Malucci up against Harrison. Harrison should get there first. He does. He turns Malucci. Has supporting Cooper Stewart. Cooper Stewart gets around Malucci. Kicks up the line here. Chance and, no mark, not quite taken there by Ryan Whitney. And it's out of bounds. You're listening to the Mercury Cup Grand Final call here on City Park Radio Sport Facebook page. Thanks for those that have had a listen today. And it's been great to have the opportunity to call this game. First of 3 grand finals starting this morning and through the afternoon, as there is Liberatore fighting for the ball. Be a ball up.
It's 9 minutes left in the last quarter, and to credit to Launceston, North Launceston really challenged them in the third quarter. They lifted the intensity and they played a finals intensity type game, and to Launceston credit, they've stuck on and kicked a couple of goals.
As it's a wrestle on the ground here now. Players very tired. On the wide expanses today of UTAS Stadium as Cooper Prasiak drags out player there. Umpire McEntee takes control.
Looks like that's the last of the rain as well, do you reckon?
Yeah, it could be. Could be. Warning, have a look at the radar. He's just arrived as it's on the wing. Chance here for Tyson Miller. Thanks, Rulla. Gets it away towards his teammate in Blaisley, who couldn't pick it up. Half forward now. It's the young fella in Andy Potter who takes the mark. The number 71. Potter kicks it to a 1-on-2. Strong defence there, and mopping up now is Bailey Neal across half-back. He's kicked a shocker. Surely won't be played deliberate. He was trying to get it to a teammate.
Just to bring your attention, your favourite player, the Mayor of Rochelle, has just tuned in, Jack Rushton. So,
good.
Jackie boy.
Yep.
Hi, Jack.
Yeah, he was involved in the goal of the year, in my opinion, when he got the handball to Chase Jones on the boundary.
Yeah, that is goal of the year, and I said to Chase, welcome to the club, mate. So
7,000 views on Facebook. Not that I'm counting, as it's coming over the back. Taken there by Liberatore. He's tackled to a standstill. Be a ball up. Been a few stoppages today. Up we go. Prasiak there with Bruni Wood. He's won a lot of taps today. That's another stoppage. 18 and a half minutes gone. 7-7-49 Launceston. North Lonnie 1-3-9. Reaching the end of this game. The premiership's going to go to Windsor Park as Liberatore tries to wrestle free. Ball emerges. Denellen, bulldog-like, tries to break free. Tackled by 2 Bombers.
He enjoys that stuff, Jack.
He does. A little bit of afters there. Let's hope it's been played in a pretty good spirit today. Just a couple of scuffles. Let's hope the game finishes like that with a good positive spirit. As we've got a free kick back on play. Just as I said that, Jack Denellen is in a scrap with Casey Curtis. Players are being dragged out of the contest. Umpires are taking control. Nathan Jackson's in there. Eventually it comes back to Jack Denellen, who's awarded a free kick. Takes all the time he needs. He has to come back over the mark. Goal kickers today, couple to Rubok, major goal kicker. As the kick comes to Holt, bullet-like pass to Holt on the half-back flank. This way, that away. Has to play on now. Does Grant Holt. Leans back on a high kick up here towards Cooper Prasiak. Off hands to Downey. Kick is smothered. Lockie Young pushed off his kick. And it's going to be another ball up, one of hundreds today.
Very smartly, Cam Downey just knew that was going to be a contest and waited at the front there and was able to be front and centre and win the ball.
Up it goes. Falls there to Mackenzie Blaisley. Picks it up. Tackled. Lockie Young. Ball spills out. It eventually ends up with Casey Brown. He probably got one over the shoulder. Yep, the umpire saw that one.
I've liked Casey Brown's aggression today. He's generally been he's athletically gifted, but he's generally plays sometimes within his shell, and his aggression's come out in the last 5 or 6 weeks, and he's really it's really been one of the big reasons why his game's lifted.
I really liked his game in the seniors a few weeks back against Glenorchy at Windsor Park. I think it was kicked a nice goal that day.
He played forward because he traditionally he's played as a backman the last sort of year and a half, but he's gone forward the second half and really shown something. He's very athletic.
Jacob Boyd, low skimming pass to Liberatore, who fumbles. He might have to get it over here. And he does to Mackenzie Blaisley. It's over the boundary line. 20 minutes and 49 seconds gone. He met chilly in the box all of a sudden. How's the temperature back there, Warnie?
The heater's been turned off.
Turned it down. Okay. Have to boost it up. I've got the T-shirt on. 60 metres around from Launceston's goal. Bruni Wood to Liberatore. Here's Gillo on the boundary line. He's tackled. One arm. He just gets a kick away to Liberatore. Miracle-like. Back to Jacob Boyd, who's had lots of it today. Now, is he going to go the switch? He has. He's got options. One of those is Bailey Neal, who goes one-handed. Not ideal.
He's probably been
Connor Pearton there. Sorry, Rulla, we'll just see what happens here. It's going to be a stoppage. Go for it.
He's probably been best on or close to today, Jacob Boyd. He's just been sound and sublime, and I reckon he's had over 20 touches today.
I may have just given that opinion to somebody in the know there, Rulla. Yeah, so there you go. Ball up. Cody Lowe against Spawn. Little kick forward for North, but ends up with that man again, Jacob Boyd, who takes it in the back pocket.
Jack Donnell out here if you can see him. He's just come on the interchange.
He's gone shorter to Bailey Neal, and the boys are tired. But they've only got 3 minutes to play.
This is where you just try and soak it up. The last 3 minutes, it's regardless if it's a grand final or not, it's the last game of the year as well. So you just try and enjoy these last 3 minutes with your teammates because you'll never play with the exact 22 or 21 players again.
Yep, and it's certainly been a massive year for the Development League Mercury Cup side of Launceston. They've had some massive wins over the year. Looks like they're going to take out the grand final. Lockie Young might have got one high there. He has. Yeah. Both umpires agreed.
He's battled well today, Lockie, for a senior player. One of the leaders for the Mercury Cup side for North Launceston. So he can hold his head up high and walk across the ground.
So we've got 90 seconds to go. And Lockie Young, no urgency now. He knows the cause is lost. He'd love to slot this one, though.
Yeah.
He probably kicked from about 48 out. Pretty much on the boundary. Mainly a backman these days, Lockie. Let's see if he can snag a goal. Kicks it nicely. Not a bad effort. Right to the goal square. It's through. What a fantastic goal there from Lockie Young. Turns around to the crowd that were giving a bit of curry there, but yeah, great goal. Reward for a terrific game from Lockie Young. That's the second for North Launceston. They're 2-3-15. Launceston 7-7-49.
Looked good off the boot. He hit that really, really well. Youngie's one of those players that it's either going to go straight for the middle or that could end up at Cressy.
Yeah, look, that was a great shot for goal, wasn't it? It was a tough shot right on the boundary. And with 90 seconds to go, as I said.
Imagine if that was a close game and
that's right.
to win the game in front of the crowd. That would have been something special.
As it's a single contest, Prasiak kicks it straight to his fellow ruckman in Nunn, who kicks it to Donnelly for North Launceston. Kick to half forward. And a mark is taken there. Wait till he gets up. It's like Nathan Jackson, maybe the skipper there, might have taken that it was. Gets it to Casey Curtis. Curtis now. They might get another one here, North Launceston. They're inside 50 again. Jack Lanham can't take the mark. Liberatore's tackled. Player lands on the ball. With your ball up about 40 out. So don't forget, we've got two big broadcasts coming up today at 12:25. The TSLW with Adam Child, Kate Child, myself, Dave Gruber on stats. And then the TSL Grand Final coming up straight after that. As Cody Lowe gets the tap away. And player going nowhere. In the last 30 seconds, Rulla. It's interesting with no time on, isn't it? You actually know exactly when the siren's going to go.
It's a bit of a different feeling.
Different feel. As Cody Lowe's battled manfully today.
Even during the year, you know it's 25 minutes, but you generally don't get to see the time on the scoreboard or anything like that. Whether at this ground, obviously you can. So
that's it. Man, the nice pace being shown here by Blair Rubach. Gaelic football like. He kicks it to himself, then he kicks it off the ground out of the bounds on the full. So there you go. Bit of a highlight there for the last bit of the game. And the siren should sound. There it is. It's all over. And the Mercury Cup premiers for 2018 are the Launceston Football Club. 7-7-49 defeat North Launceston 2-3-15.
Noble banner high, shake down the thunder from the sky. Whether the odds be great or small, Blues will go in and win overall. While her loyal sons are marching onwards to victory.
Okay, Rulla, we've got to wrap up pretty quickly here because we've got to get our next broadcast set up. But your thoughts on that win by